quarterback?
Who's your quarterback? You guys have all the answers. Tell me who's your quarterback.
But after seeing the film and being able to break down, I guess, both quarterbacks, how do you approach this week? Is there a quarterback battle? Is that an open competition right now?
It's always been a quarterback battle, quarterback competition. Watching the film, K1 played well. You know, other than the fumble that he had, he played well. The interception wasn't his fault. The receiver ran the wrong route. Then he had 2 drop balls. You know, had those 2 drop balls. He's 10 as well. Somewhere around there. Say he was playing well. You know, Brandon came in and he took us downfield. He drove. K1 took us on a drive too when we scored it. Brandon came in and gave us a drive. We scored it. And then after that, back to where we've been. You know, so we both did some good things. Brandon probably did a little worse than K1, but that comes to expected. Not playing a lot.
Obviously, practice is something that we can't see, but the reps divided between them with the first team, does that change at all? And how has it been divided in the past, and will it change at all this week? Our first string guy get the majority of the reps, but he's the guy that we're going with in the game, and backup doesn't get as many reps. So who will, I guess, get those reps this week, or have you decided yet? They both will get reps. You know, we'll see.
If they're both getting reps, you think maybe you'll start using some kind of quarterback platoon? Just, you know, so they did good things here.
Were you here last year?
I was here last year.
What did I say about that?
Stick to one.
There you go. I'm not chaining us, not me. I said what I said, and I meant what I said before.
Brandon is a guy that we don't know too much about yet. I mean, if you could maybe talk about what kind of quarterback he is and what kind of personality, what he would bring to the team. Not to say that he's going to start, but just to tell us a little bit about him, because it's kind of a mystery, I guess.
Brandon's a kid that has a lot of talent. Has the talent to be really good. You know, athletically, he can make all the throws. Mentally, he's not where we need him to be as a quarterback yet, but he can get there. You know, he's got to work at it. At the end of the day, he's got to work at it and be a film rat. And get serious about it. Get serious about football and being able to stay focused. You know, it's a big thing. It's a big thing that Brandon struggles with, is just staying focused. You know, the first drive he was locked in. Second drive he just lost it. You know, he was throwing places he wasn't supposed to, and we had guys wide open where he was supposed to throw the ball to. It's just he got probably too caught up in the game and had some success early, and then just lost focus, and then go to the guy that he was supposed to.
Is it safe to say that today on Monday you don't know who's starting on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, we got a whole week of practice to go through. You know, and at the quarterback position, just like any other position too, we're gonna play the guy that practices the best. You know, we're not just gonna throw a guy in just because you got one, man. You know, the guy there that gonna help our football team win. Who I feel like gonna help our football team win. We watch film, we're around, so we feel like it was the best chance we'll put in and go.
Has the gap narrowed a little bit though? I mean, in the past it seemed like K1 was heads and shoulders the guy. That was never an issue last year where, you know, he may not start. Has the competition gap between him and Brandon closed at all?
I mean, it closed because Brandon got in the game the other day, and he did some good things. And that's why the gap has closed. He did some good things, but he did some bad things too. You know, and can't have it from any quarterback.
You talked about, you know, drops among the receiver core. Will we see any change this week as far as, you know, Joel German got some more catches late in the game? Will we see him maybe more plays featuring him this week, or some other, you know, maybe some more receivers getting a chance?
Well, you'll see some changes. Joel German made some good catches, but one interception K1 had, Joel German ran the wrong route. You know, and those are some of the things we're gonna have to deal with young guys. You know, they're gonna make mistakes. You know, and we just hope they make more plays than they do mistakes, and then hopefully they don't make a mistake that's going to cost us. You know, so, but do some good things for us, catching some balls, and we had a couple other guys that did some good things for us too. So yeah, it's going to be open competition at that position too, and play the best guys. That's going to give us a chance to get our offense going.
Bobby had 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. As the season wears on and teams, see that maybe the passing game's struggling, how important is it to get it going so teams don't start putting 8, 9 in the box and just focusing solely on Bobby?
Teams aren't putting 8, 9 guys in the box. I keep hearing people say that. You watch the film, you don't see. David didn't put 8, 9 guys in the box. So that's irrelevant from that standpoint. We just got to execute offensively. We execute, and everything will be fine. We're just not executing when we need to. We get down the red zone, we got to score. We got to make something happen. We haven't done that yet. It's going to change. We're going to find a way to get that done and let it happen.
The past 2 weeks, the focus at the end of the game hasn't been on Bobby at all. It was the defense against UK, and it was, obviously the quarterback situation this past week. But Bobby's had probably 2 of the quietest 100-yard games you're going to see. Very businesslike from him. How nice is that to have that, despite his performances, that he's talking about?
It's just good for us to have some consistency somewhere. He's given us some consistency in our offense. We got to find some other guys to help him out. And Bobby's he's Bobby. He goes and comes to work every day and get it done. We just got to, like I say, find some guys to help him out, and our offense will take off.
Defensively, obviously gave up a lot of yards on Saturday compared to the UK game. Do you think that's more of just what, I guess, problems the Navy offense threw at you guys, and maybe that's just that this is just a blip, the way the defense played against Navy?
Yeah, Navy's different. Our defense won't see another offense like that this year. And trust me, we're not the last team that Navy's going to put up that many yards on either. It's different. It was something our guys wasn't used to. Those guys was expert at what they do. And the chop blocking things they do is our guys hadn't seen that and struggled with it. They did a really good job at it. We did some good things defensively, and we got to help our defense offensively. To keep us out of a lot of those situations. But again, you can't go in the game and miss 21 tackles and expect to hold people to less yardage. We got to make tackles, and we didn't do a good job of doing that Saturday.
We've talked a lot about players and evaluating players. What about your coaching staff? Have you been pleased with some of the calls they've been making offensively or defensively?
Yeah, I thought we had some great calls. Again, those have been the issues. And our coaching staff and everybody in this program get evaluated every day. So I think that was an issue whatsoever. We just got to execute. We got to play the call, we got to execute. We haven't executed.
When you say execute, is that a matter of running routes or getting the right blocks? Could you maybe just explain what you mean by that a little bit?
So you don't know a lot about football, then, huh?
I guess not.
I guess not. So some of the stuff we say. Executing is when you go out, you call a play, and everybody does their job. That's executing. Everybody does their job. We executing. Good things happen.
Is it a matter of them not knowing the playbook, or
No, it's not that. It's just getting focused. Got locked in where you get 11 guys being on the same page every single play. And when you can get that, then good things happen. When you don't get it, one guy can make a mistake and mess it up for everyone else. One guy. And there's 11 guys out there, and you need everybody going in the same direction. When we get in a good, tough situation, we haven't executed like we should. When we get down the red zone, we haven't executed. So it's happened here or there, and it's stalled our offense.
How do you improve that? Is it youth, or where do you
You
go?
work. You watch film, and you see to it that you try to see to it that you don't make the same mistake twice. And we're gonna keep working. We're not gonna put our heads down or anything because you guys feel like we should. One thing I like about it is that you guys' expectations are a lot higher. Expect more for our football team. So that by itself is showing that we're headed in the right direction, and we're gonna get there no matter what. And our guys are locked in, and our guys are full of confidence right now, and still believe we lost to 2 pretty good football teams. And if we would have won it, it would have been the best thing since sliced bread, and everything was being gravy. And that was our expectation. That's our expectation every single ball game, but we didn't. You know, and it's 2 ball games. You know, our goals and things we set out for this year are still there, and they haven't changed. And we're still excited. We're still fired up, and we're looking to get back to work and try to make a difference.
How important is it to just your players to have short memories? Navy game's over and look ahead to the next game and not dwell on this past weekend.
We're not dwelling on that. That Navy game's over with. We're on Indiana State, and no need to dwell on Navy. You can't change the score. You can't change what happened. Whatever happened, you know, it's time to move on. I gotta have a good understanding of that now. You know, being here that we gonna be happy for 24 hours, or we're gonna moan for 24 hours, and then it's on to the next football team. You know, we gotta get ready for Indiana State because they're a good football team coming in here, and we gotta be on our A game.
How much do you know about Indiana State, and how well do you think your team matches up with them?
I think our team will match up well against anyone. The way we play, they're a good football team. They have a really good quarterback, good receivers, and tight end. They're not the Indiana State of the past, but everyone hear Indiana State and think about, oh, they haven't won a lot. They're a totally different football club, and they have some really good athletes on their football team. You know, and I think they're coming here and give us a good showing. You know, we got to come in and play our A game. We got to play our game and take care of our business.
Players.
Go ahead.
I know Antonio had a real big game the other day in the return game, and he talked about wanting to get him involved more in the offense. Is there maybe a target number of snaps for him on Saturday? Maybe say, we'll get involved in 10 plays, 15 plays, anything like that?
You know, we just find ways to get him involved when we feel a need for him to. You know, he's getting himself back in game shape now, and I think that's what you saw the other night. You know, he had missed a lot of training camp. You didn't see much in the first game, and he practiced well last week. And, he showed us what he's capable of doing once he get the ball in his hand. And I expect to see more of him as this year goes on.
Do you see him playing a role to back up Bobby, or do you see maybe him using him in the slot or out wide a little bit more? How do you see him being used once he's on the field?
Everywhere. Playing him everywhere. As a receiver, playing him at running back, playing him at quarterback. I even let him kick.
What does he bring to all the athletes on the team don't? I mean, I know he can play a ton of different positions. Just talk about his athleticism.
Well, just more than anything, he's competitive. He's highly competitive, and the kid is athletic. He can do a lot, but he's highly competitive, and he wants to be one of the best out there. You know, and I think that stands out more than anything. And why he has the success that he does is because he feels that way, and he want to be that way, and he work at it. You know, so he gets a lot of good results behind that.
We talked a lot in the preseason about finding guys to back up Bobby. Of course, Antonio's one, but Morgan and Son were the 2 freshman running backs. We heard a lot of talk about them during fall camp. Or have either one of them kind of come close to getting some game time, and what do they need to do to get themselves some playing time?
We just got to get better, and get better and practice well. Again, we're not going to just throw anybody out there on the football field just because we're going to put the guys that give us the best chance of winning, and practice well. These guys got to practice well and show us that they're going to give us the best chance of winning a football game. They're young guys. A lot of guys don't catch on as quick as others.
For 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, the Central Arkansas game, 1AA team coming in here, team lost. I know there are players that are still here from that game. I guess my question is, how important is it not to underestimate an opponent just because they're quote unquote 1AA?
We're not in a position where we can underestimate anyone, so I don't think you'll see that from the hilltop. We anything you might want to ask Indiana State not to underestimate Western Kentucky right now. We're not doing that. Our guys understand Western State, and if we don't come ready to play, that Indiana State can come in here and beat us. And we know the importance of that. We're not overestimating anyone or overlooking anyone. We don't have a game next week. All we locked in is to Indiana State and playing our best football game that we can play here in the LT House in the stadium. Because we haven't done that yet, and we need to. And we have the players there and the scheme to do it. We just got to do it. Can't make excuses anything. We just got to get it done.
You're familiar with Indiana State, obviously. I mean, you guys played in the same conference for years. And you mentioned mentioned it, that there's kind of a connotation that they're a subpar program in 1AA. You talk about how they've improved. What have they done? I mean, why are they different now than maybe they were about 3 or 4 years ago?
They're getting some players in there first. I mean, they got some really good athletes in there, you know, and you watch them play, they play with confidence. You know, they play with confidence and like they can get it done. You know, the teams in the past didn't play with a lot of confidence. But you watch this football team, they do it. Guys fly around and they get excited about things when they make plays, you know. And, you just watch them, it look like a team that believe, you know. And I was expecting something different because I hadn't seen them in a long time, you know. But the season they had last year, and then you watch them with them, like a pretty good football team. You got some pretty good athletes. You know. I think the quarterback transferred from the University of Washington. I mean, he's a pretty good football player. They have a receiver that transferred from Michigan State, I think. That some good football players. So I think that would be the biggest difference, that they get some big time football players in there making plays for them.
Yeah, obviously, really good crowd the other night. Crowd, I'm sure, you know, fans get impatient just like everybody else. Do you get concerned at all that at some point you're going to lose those fans and they're not going to want to come back?
No, we can't get concerned with that. You know, we gotta do everything in our power to take care of what we gotta do, and that's win ball game and represent our program the right way. Fans gonna do what they wanna do regardless. You know, no matter how much we say, and they gonna do what they wanna do. We appreciate them all. We would like for them all to be there with us and ride it with us. You know, especially if they're true Hilltop fans. We expect for them to be there and be with this football team. We understand that they're hungry for championship football. I said that before, and we are too. We are too. And it's on us to show our fans that we know how to win, and we haven't yet, but we will. We will. It's still an early season, and for our fans to just leave and go away, it wouldn't be the right thing to do right now. You know, the right thing to do is stick behind this football team and show those guys that they care and that they really want, and we're gonna please them. We're gonna please them. It's still early in the year. I just tell them all, just be with it. Show Hilltop, ride and die for us. You know, that's what we're saying. We'll be all right. This football team's gonna be all right.
I don't think it's been asked yet, but does everybody come out of the Navy game healthy? Are there anybody, you know, bumps and bruises?
Oh, we got some bumps and bruises. We got a lot of those. I tell you what, that was a different ball club. I mean, that was a different ball club. They were experts at what they do. When they chop block, they chop block. Guys go down. We look at a lot of those big runs. There's a lot of our guys on the ground. You know, and some of our guys just wasn't used to it. You know, and you can simulate it in practice, but it's not like the real thing when they come here. I'm so happy that we don't have to face that. You know, very happy. It was hard. You know, it's hard for our guys because they hadn't seen it. And they did it. They did it well. And it's over with now, so unless we have to play one of those teams in a bowl game, so we don't have to do that.
Kicking situation, Casey, he's one for 3 on the year. Any chance that one of the other guys gets another shot?
Just like those other positions, quarterback and other positions too. Gotta have the best we can practice, gonna kick for it. We're gonna play the guys that give us the best chance to win at the end of the day. You know, that's where we're at with our program. That's what it's going to take. Got to have the best we can practice. Go out. Got to go kick for us. Got to have the best we can practice. Quarterback. That's got to be quarterback for us. Got the best we can practice receiver. It's going to be the receiver for us. You know, and that's at every position. But we have guys. We have guys to get it done. It's time for guys to get it done.